gold quite literally on this monthly chart going parabolic. And if you're a bear out there, if you're a crypto negative commenter, I love you, but this is screaming a massive warning to you right now. If you're a crypto holder, Bitcoin, altcoins, whatever, I want to dig into this gold data. We're going to look at how this gold move, this almost identical gold move, happened back in July 2020, and it preceded a Bitcoin bull run as well as an ADA bull run. And I'm going to just overlay this data on the chart. We have so many other moving parts, and I want to use gold in this video to really demonstrate the power of the bulls, because the bulls, they are coming. Hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way in. Let's just jump into the video. So let's start with a quick glance. This is gold on the monthly. Foundationally to this video, we are going to explore last cycle. Gold was making a very similar move. You can just see it going just crazy right now. If we go to last cycle, I want to just note this time period. Basically, July 2019 to around August, here September area. You can see gold making like a 50% move to the upside. And if you just take away all of the, what followed, all of these candles on the monthly, just imagine that move when gold was making that move, breaking all-time high, going kind of crazy. Now, the question is, what was crypto doing during this period? Gold just making 50% move to the upside, going towards all-time highs. What was Bitcoin doing? What was Cardano doing? And what happened next for these two assets? And even more importantly, I know this is a messy chart, but that yellow, what was happening with the global liquidity? That's what that is, the M2 money supply. What was happening with that during that period? So I'm going to dig into Bitcoin, and we're going to look at Cardano charts, and we're just going to explore and anticipate what could be getting ready to happen in these crypto markets. So before I even just look at that gold chart and kind of overlay the data in terms of cycles, I do want to give a shout out to today's sponsor. This is iTrust Capital. There's really no better time than, nobody knows what's going to happen. I think a bull run is getting ready to happen. I think we're in an amazing new era for crypto. But I saw they just posted our top trending cryptos in March. And what a better time to be talking about these assets on the macro before a bull market. Bitcoin, XRP, Solana, Cardano, Hedera. And just to give you an idea, you can open up a crypto IRA. These are the fees for iTrust Capital. Insane. 0 monthly fees, 0 maintenance, 0 startup, 0 exit, 0 storage, 0 withdrawal, 0 transfer fees. You can have, if you're a macro-minded investor, a crypto IRA, and you can trade within the IRA tax-free. So when you're making macro trades, if we get a bull market, you want to move some altcoins to Bitcoin or move Bitcoin to USD, whatever, at the top of a bull market, you can actually make the move within your IRA account tax-free. Go set up an account with them right now. It's incredibly, just an incredibly powerful platform. And when you are making a macro, maybe a multi-year trade, only 1% crypto transaction fee. And just look at this. Go set up an account with the link below. I appreciate iTrust for sponsoring the video. Let's go and look at Bitcoin. Here's the time period where gold was making just really nice moves last cycle. This is it on a Bitcoin chart on the weekly. Look at that. Not much happening. Not breaking previous swing highs, the year before in July. And then all of a sudden, here's where gold topped out, right? This is what we just looked at. If we go back to the gold chart, let's just even take this red candle in August 2020. So if we find August 2020 on the Bitcoin chart, where are we at? We're like right in here somewhere. August 2020. What happened next for Bitcoin? That's what happened next. Parabolic bull run for Bitcoin. And wait till we see Cardano on the daily chart. But here's Bitcoin on the daily chart. And what I really want to discuss is not just gold. If I take the M2 Global Liquidity Index in yellow and kind of just look at what it was doing, it was trending up for that bull cycle, right? Not a direct awesome overlay, but you get the point. M2 money supply increasing, gold topped out right here in August, and Bitcoin exploded. If we go to the charts right now, look at this chart. And if I can grab the M2 money supply chart and start zooming in, what is happening on this 108-day lead time? We've just been talking about this a lot in videos recently, but here's what's happening. It's trending up while gold is going crazy. So the question is, it's kind of like, is gold about to top out, or is there much more room to go? And also, what is M2 money supply doing? Either way, we can't put an exact date on this, but I really think there's going to be a moment where gold, at the very least, takes a break. It consolidates. And if that happens, while M2 money supply is trending upwards, I think we're going to have a very similar move in the crypto markets like we had back here. Let's pivot to Cardano. I want to talk about Cardano. This news came out today for not just for Cardano, obviously, but it has a bullish element in terms of Cardano. But pro crypto Paul Atkins has been sworn in as SEC chairman. The reason I say it has a bullish element for Cardano is just because, and I've been covering this. If you remember, Paul Atkins, the current SEC chair, it's crazy, was on the Input-Output Cardano YouTube channel years ago, but he is a big fan of crypto. That is what is going on right now. Just to give you a little, sprinkle of all of the fundamentals, the bullish fundamentals, I'm not even talking about in this video. All I'm talking about is gold, a gold kind of leading indicator, as well as M2 money supply. We're not talking about this pro-crypto administration. We're not talking about Gary Gensler is not the SEC chair. No, we have Paul Atkins, a pro-crypto SEC chair. It's crazy. So if we go to ADA now, and this is where things for me, they get exciting because you all know we've been looking at so much different data in terms of ADA charts. For instance, the similarities of this structured move for ADA, number one, right? This cycle compared to last. I know you're probably tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of talking about it. But with that, we've also been talking about, even most recently, a CCV risk model where we have a risk number on ADA that is very similar to back here. We discussed this, I think, last week. We have M2 global liquidity. Here's what was happening for ADA in the last cycle in yellow, right? Let me bring this down for this cycle to see where ADA is. Look at this. Look at ADA tracking with M2 money supply. And that's not a price target. That's a trend. The yellow line is a trend. And this blue trend line, that's not a price target either. That's not a time frame target. It's a trend line. Now, gold. Look at Cardano. In green is kind of the gold move, where gold was just making 50% moves. ADA is just all over the place. There's COVID in there. And really not, in a whole year, similar to Bitcoin, not doing really anything until August, right? There's the August gold topping out. ADA falling even after that happened, October, and then starts trending up. So we notice even a little bit of a lag probably for altcoins, but look at the similarities of gold topping out basically back here, and then ADA getting ready to make its entrance into the bull market. So we have all of that similar structured data. We have M2 money supply. We have just in general, just an incredible fundamental setup for Cardano this cycle compared to last cycle, meaning what was happening back here was nothing compared to what is happening right now. There are a lot of people, and I see it now, especially now. Even today, it was like 64 cents. It seemed like the sentiment was like kind of getting better for ADA. And then boom, it kind of got rejected. It's at like 62 cents and everybody's bearish again. It's incredible how zoomed in as everybody is. When you zoom out, the story of this video is screaming bullish, not just for Bitcoin, not just for altcoins, but also for Cardano here. With that being said, gold can keep doing its thing. Gold can keep going higher. It could top out. ADA could continue retracing. The time might not be right now. The purpose of my videos, even especially lately, is not to say we're getting a breakout tomorrow. There's M2 money supply data saying it could be the first week of May, potentially, if it really follows that 108-day lead of M2 money supply. But needless to say, we're going to continue on the short term to track, the 50-day, the 200-day. Right now, look at the 20-day. It's even me as I'm opening up the charts, it's been really just frustrating. It's like, dude, come on, do something. It's just a complete wash, right? When we're getting rejection back down, rejection. And it's just like over and over again. And it really makes you wonder also, not just with Cardano, but in crypto in general, the manipulation taking place right now within all this uncertainty, within all the anticipation. But even right now, on the very short term, if we really want to talk short-term price action, because I'm very zoomed in on the daily, you can see ADA above the 20-day. We start getting separation from this area. Here's our targets to the upside for ADA to test the bottom of the bull market doors. It is the 50-day moving average, right around 69 cents on the daily. Then if we go and we take a glance, let me change this to a weekly chart. The real big number is right here around 71 cents, that 200-week moving average. And it really does all start kind of on the zoomed in. We need this move of separation away from the 20-day moving average. So even on the short term, if you want to watch something, watch how ADA interacts with 62 cents in the next 24 hours, basically 21 and a half hours until the next daily candle. We want to start seeing daily candles closing nicely above the 20-day, making the way to 69 to 71 cents. That is the bottom of the bull market door area, everybody, that 200-week moving average in red. And really, I can kind of move this down. That red bull market door area is the area that when gold finally topped out and altcoins started making their move, liquidity, global liquidity was going crazy. That's the bull market area ADA made its way to and then broke through towards all-time high. That is a story that I think is getting ready to play out for Cardano. It could come with downside. It could come with more pain. ADA could fall into the 40s. We continue to anticipate things like that. A macro bullish, that does not mean we're not anticipating dips. We have to anticipate dips, especially in crypto, because it seems the more bullish we become on the macro, the more short-term pain we have to endure. But zoom out on a chart, on any of these charts, things become clear, at least to me. And that's all this is, everybody. This is just the way that I'm viewing things. I'm tracking it with you. I'm having a lot of fun. Things are about to get very fun, very exciting. I genuinely think that. And those are just my thoughts. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. If you're not a subscriber, not only just the bull market, CCV, the community in general, and the CCV team, what we're about to put out, it's going to be very fun, everybody. I keep saying that, but we're putting some things together, and I just would love to have you on board for this journey, for this upcoming cycle and this new era for crypto. Hit the link below and get signed up with iTrust Capital, and I appreciate iTrust for sponsoring this video. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.